Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Learn English with Shelly Viva. Today we will learn English conjugation of to be in the negative present simple tense. Let's start off and see how we conjugate to be in a sentence in the present simple negative tense. First, we have our subject plus the right form of to be plus not plus the rest of the sentence. For example, for the subject I, the correct form of to be is am. I am not a chef. I am is the subject and the correct form of to be plus not plus the rest of the sentence, which is a chef. Okay, moving on to you. You are not a chef. He, she, and it all have the same form of to be conjugation, which is. For example, he is not a chef. She is not a chef. It is not a chef. I know we usually don't use it for a person, but it just shows that it uses the same to be conjugation, which is. Moving on to the plural pronoun, we are not chefs. They are not chefs. In order to better understand this, let's take a look at more examples with pictures. The first image you will see the positive form of to be in the present simple tense. And the second image, you will see how we'll turn that into a negative form. Okay, for example, she is an optometrist. This is a positive sentence. It's the positive form of to be in the present simple tense. That's why is an is all green and it's underlined green, which symbolizes positive. It's a positive sentence. I've written down positive in bracket underneath, but that is just for more clarification. Okay? Now let's see how we turn that sentence into the negative form. She is not an optometrist. She is a singer. Okay? Notice how, again, in order to make it negative for the she, we have to add the correct form of to be, which is. We added the not, and we added an because optometrist, because it starts with a vowel, we need to add an, not a. Okay? And note how you can also add a period after the optometrist, which your sentence can read. She is not an optometrist, period. And then we start the second sentence with a capitalized S for the she. She is a singer. Okay, so both of those are correct. She is not an optometrist, comma, she is a singer. Is a singer, again, that's the positive form right there. And then you can also, if you know the person's name, you can also add it in there. Karen is not an optometrist. She is a singer. Another example is you are angry. Again, this is the positive form of to be in the present simple tense. Now, if we were to change that into a negative form, it would be you are not angry. You are surprised. Or you can also add a comma, which would read, you are not angry, comma, you are surprised. Notice how for commas, what comes after comma, which is the Y of the U, we do not capitalize it. We capitalize it if there's a period. Okay, so in the previous example, you are not angry, period. And then there's a capital Y, you are surprised. Good job, you guys. Let's move on with more examples. My friend is sleepy. Can you guess if this is a positive sentence or a negative one? You got it right. It's a positive. There's no mentioning of not in there. And then in order to form this into the negative version, it will be, my friend is not sleepy, comma, she is awake and active. Okay, now notice the red printings are the negatives and the green printings are the positives. He is a waiter. This is a positive sentence. Okay, now in order to turn this into a negative one, it will be, he is not a waiter. He is a mechanic. Okay, so he's not a waiter is the negative sentence, and the positive one, which you can see the image as well, he is a mechanic. Or once again, if you know the person's name, you can mention it. John is not a waiter. He is a mechanic. We are students. This sentence is completely positive. Okay, now in order to make this into a negative, we say we are not students, which this part is the negative one. That's why it's in red. We are dancers. We are dancers is the positive part of the sentence, which you can see the picture relates to we are dancers. It is a cell phone. This sentence is positive, and you can see it's in green, is in green, meaning it's a positive sentence. Now, in order to turn this into a negative, it would be, it is not a cell phone. It is not a cell phone. As you can see, it's in red, so that's the negative part. Okay, and it is a printer, which is a positive. Okay, or you can say it is not a cell phone, period. It is a printer. Okay, notice how the pattern is all the same. The red parts of the sentence are the negatives and the green parts of the sentence are the positive. I am a doctor. Once again, this sentence is positive, and the pattern, every sentence that you see, you will see the image relating to the sentence. Now, in order to make that into a negative, we say, I am not a doctor, which is the negative part of the sentence. And the positive part is, I am a teacher, which you can see the image of the teacher. Okay? I am not a doctor. I am a teacher. They are nurses and surgeons. Again, this is a positive sentence. Now, in order to make that into a negative, it would be, they are not nurses and surgeons. They are musicians. Okay, once again, the red part of the sentence relates to it being negative, and the green part of the sentence makes the sentence a positive. Or you can say, they are not nurses and surgeons, comma, they are musicians. Lucas is active. Once again, you already know now that this is a positive sentence. There is no mentioning of not. And also the green printing and the green underline symbolizes a positive sentence. Now I want to turn that sentence into a negative form. I've changed up the name here to just make it look like another example, and it relates to this image. For example, Brad is not active. He is studious. Okay, so Brad is not active is the negative part of the sentence, and he is studious is the positive part of the sentence, which relates to him. He's studying, he is studious. Or you can also say, he is not active, comma, he is studious. Or you can also say, Brad is not active, period, he is studious. Another way you can also say is, he is not active, period, he is studious. Okay, now all of these that I just mentioned, they all mean the same thing, but I'm just showing you the different ways you can write them down and say them. Good job, you guys. Let's move on to another example. It is an old castle. Again, you got it right. This is a positive sentence. Now, if we were to make it into a negative, it would be, it is not an old castle, which is the negative part of the sentence. It is a new building, which is the positive part of the sentence. Or you can also say, it is not an old apartment, comma, it is a new apartment. Okay, because when you look at the image, you can see that it looks fairly new, so you can say, it is not an old apartment, which is the negative part of the sentence. And the positive part is, It is a new apartment. And you can also say, it is not an old building, which is the negative sentence. And the positive sentence is, it is a new building. Okay, so again, it's a building and it doesn't seem old, so that's why we say it is not an old building. And because it's new, we say it is a new building. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that this video was helpful. And for more videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave me any comments if you'd like. Thank you so much.